Hi, welcome to Harmony with Su-Lynn. In this tutorial, we'll look at animating a head turn, the final tutorial in my series on rigging a character head. In the node view, I'll show you how to create a peg hierarchy and master pegs. We'll then look at key poses in animation and finally use keyframe animation to animate the head turn. If you haven't already, check out my previous tutorials in this series to rig components such as the eyes, mouth and hair. Links are included in the video description below. We'll start with the hair and create one master peg for all the hair pieces. We do that by selecting all the pegs and hitting Command P and name it. Check we have master pegs for each of the pieces that we made, such as the front eye and the back eye. Both front and back eye should connect to one master peg. It will be useful to select both eyes together in the animation process, and also to be able to select eyes separately. We have the three pieces for the mouth. In my tutorial on rigging the mouth, we created the breakdown pieces, the tongue and the teeth. We select all the pieces, add one master peg, and name it. We can check the head and that it has its own master peg. The nose has been placed in the same backdrop. However, the nose will be connected to all the pieces that make up the face. You'll see later in the animating process why it's important to have one master peg for the breakdown pieces of the face. I'll create one peg for the master face peg that connects the eyes, the mouth, and the nose. This allows us to move all the pieces for the face as one unit. Put in the rotation point. Now connect all the other pieces, such as the hair and the head, to the master peg for the full head. Let's go ahead and again make a peg, Command P. I'll rename it, call this the full head. You can shorten names or abbreviate so that the node length is shortened. The full head master peg is connected to the master peg of the face and the master peg for the hair. Let's take a look to see that the master peg for the full head covers the whole of the character head. Once we've checked, we can put in the rotation point, which I like to put at the bottom of the head. We can see the yellow bounding box encases all the elements of the full head. Here's the full rig. We have the hair, the front eye, the back eye, which was cloned from the front eye, the mouth rig, and then the head rig. It's important that you create a peg hierarchy to complete the rig. In traditional drawn animation, you might choose pose-to-pose or keyframe animation technique, where you create key poses for an action. I have three extremes for the key poses. Before we animate, place the key poses on the timeline so we get the timing. The key poses are on one drawing. I've added a peg so I can move it along the timeline. You might find it helpful to have safe area on, over here below the camera view. We select the peg to move the three poses along the timeline, add a keyframe, F6, and position the front key pose. My character's expression will be surprise and a little bit sad. Move the playhead to frame 30, but check your own timing. When you're creating a head turn, the principle is never to have the head dip front on, to have it at a slight 3/4 pose. On the last pose, between frame 40 to 50, the character may overshoot before settling to a 3/4 pose. The change of expression is a reaction to what he sees or the motivation for the head turn. It's a pleasant surprise and therefore a lovely smile at the end. You can add scene markers. These are created by right-clicking over your keyframes on the timeline. Choose Scene Markers and select Mark Current Frame. I've already added a marker to my current frame, so I'll show you my scene marker notes. I can add information to tell me and my team about the key pose. So if I'm creating the key poses, someone else creating the in-betweens might find this helpful. I've named it Front. I've marked it as keyframe 1. It is an extreme, and it's the first pose. I've chosen to color code red. Now we are set up and ready to animate with Toon Boom Keyframe Animation technique. Play to get a sense of whether the timing's right, and you can make adjustments. You have the key poses and rough timing to be able to create a head turn with a change of expression. I'll show you how to group and create a template for the key poses that we can save to the library. We click and drag to select all. Right-click, go to Group, Group Selection. We can copy, Command-C, go to the library, Before you can save templates in the library, we have to select Write to Modify, paste it in the library, name it, and hit OK. I have one I made earlier. When we start to animate, everything has to go to one master peg. We can use the shortcuts 9 and 0. 9 opens up all layers, 0 collapses all layers to check that there is one master peg at the top of the peg hierarchy. We can use sound to create motivation for the head turn. I'm going to import sound. I've got an audio file for a dog barking. Select the waveform and you can choose the start frame. I want to start at frame 12 and to finish on frame 21. Once you're happy, you can hit the Enter key. The audio file will start to play at the frame you want it to. We need to have sound and scrubbing enabled. As you scrub along the timeline, you can hear the audio. My character is feeling a little bit lonely and down. Just some passive blinking to start with. I like utilizing single-rigged eyes so the blink isn't uniform, and there are variations happening on the left and right eye. When the sound trigger happens, we can have a raised eyebrow followed by the eye opening. Animate on the top peg, hit 0 to collapse all layers. Drag and drop the key pose template. It's now in the composition. Connect that to the main composite, and we can add a peg if we need to reposition it. This is fine for me. Lock it so that you don't accidentally animate on the key pose peg. Selected on the master peg, put in the first keyframe for key pose 1. Follow the guide to get the pose as close as possible. When you hit shortcut B, you'll go up the peg hierarchy to select the face master peg so you can move it into position. Show deformers to see the deformation points and adjust those into position. If there are pieces that you need to send forward or back in Z space, you can select coordinates, control points, and go to Z value to put in the value. We want to send it forward, so we're going to put in 0.01 and click OK. Adjust the deformers into position. We have the downward position done. We can check that. It's working nicely. For the final pose, we're going to reposition the face and adjust the head. Use coordinates and control points to send pieces back and put a minus value on it. Once we're happy with the final key pose, we can test our key poses. Once we've added set motion keyframes, we can see the final result of the head turn with a change of expression. If you'd like to take your animation skills to the next level, check out my playlist on Rigging Essentials, where we'll learn how to rig more of the character. See you next time.